power in the verse can stop me.
What's going, gone, guys? My name is Faulty Hero, and welcome to the Man Cave Howler.
Yeah.
A man cave hour.
Howler, actually.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah. I don't know, I just thought it would be a funny thing to say because nothing makes sense ever, you know?
Elton Heroes, funny stories.
We're going to run that segment next week after Dear Jack makes its return.
Glorious return.
Yeah. How have you been?
Yeah, living.
It actually genuinely fucking bothers me how difficult it is for you to answer that simple question.
There isn't a simple answer.
You can
about 20 minutes ago I told Elle I wasn't dead yet, so...
Yeah, I asked Lewis more how he was doing. He was like,
Still alive.
Yeah, what exciting things have happened to me? Well, I'm not dead yet. Like, oh, cool,
That is exciting.
Yeah, and it's true. And it's also a thing that happened to him. You know?
Yeah.
Something that happened to me recently is that death didn't happen to me. So, what have you got? Oh, hey, huge news. Lewis Moore has a new laptop.
Yep.
Ooh.
Which is why you can't hear the terrible fan in the background, right?
Yeah.
I miss it in a way.
I'm gonna edit it in after.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend the next hour just blowing into the microphone.
It's crazy though because technology has come to Wisbech.
Yeah. It was actually funded by the guy originally. No, he bought
£10.
Yeah.
Finally taking somebody out of the EU and put it into our villages.
You know,
I love it.
You know what's really funny is that guy has been on this podcast about 6 times, and Lewis Moore just said, "Yeah, the money that guy funded."
Listen, to me, he'll always just be a fan.
Yeah, no, he is a fan, definitely.
I mean,
we don't have fans.
Well, there are no
it's like
fans
Stockholm
left.
syndrome, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Actually, they're not fans; they're victims.
They just keep coming back to the well.
Yeah, they do.
The shit well.
I mean, the shit well. I would love if I were like the president of a major entertainment network or something. I would get Jack Brown to do a reading of like Harry Potter, but like he gets to ad-lib every 5th sentence or something.
The story would change dramatically.
Yeah, but it's like normal half the way through, and it's like, yeah.
It doesn't have to be that, just the odd comment.
Yeah, the thing about Harry, you see, is that he's got a fucking cunt scar on his fucking head.
He's riding a broom.
Yeah.
Don't let him fool you.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, wow, Jesus. It has been such a long time since we did this.
We was going to do one, but we didn't.
Yeah, I know, and I'll tell you the truth. I put it in the group chat, like, do you guys want to record? And you both were just so fucking unenthusiastic, and like, I could just feel the technical problems bleeding into my brain, and I was like, I'm not fucking ready for this on a Tuesday night.
I mean, Jack did say I haven't got a microphone, and then all I said was I've got a new laptop, and you were like, nah, I'm out.
Yeah, but then you were like, I don't have a microphone either, and I was like, I know for a fact that you do because I paid for it with my own fucking money.
That part I forgot. I forgot I did have a microphone.
Yeah.
This laptop just doesn't recognise the old headset as like that it comes with a microphone with it.
Device,
sort of thing.
yeah. That's annoying.
Yeah. But this works fine on the phone.
Yeah, it actually sounds good in fairness.
These aren't even real Apple earphones.
Oh Jesus.
I know.
I fucking hate those Apple earphones.
Fuck you, Steve Jobs.
Yes. Rot in pieces.
Tim Cook, I believe his name is.
No, Tim Apple is his name.
Tim Apple. Brexit, eh?
Brexit. I was wondering how long it was going to take for us to talk about Brexit, and we didn't even segue. You just said
Said the word.
It's not even a topic of the week.
I don't know when this episode is going up because I'm planning on like storing up a bunch of them for consistency's sake. So I don't want to date this.
I am not doing a bunch of episodes.
I know that you're not doing a bunch of episodes, Jack. Don't worry. I don't want to date the podcast too much, but I'm pretty sure I can say comfortably at any point during the next 10 months that Brexit is due to happen in the next 2 weeks. I wonder if it will be delayed.
It's true.
Just delete one of the following.
Yeah.
Wow, thank God we got a delay.
Yeah.
And oh no, we left without a deal. Just choose as applicable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's messy, isn't it?
It's something.
Mm.
It has changed everything.
It has, and in many ways it has changed nothing.
You know how I hate football fans?
Yes.
You know how... Do you see how both sides are now like football fans?
Oh,
Yeah.
man, I'm telling the footballification of politics is the worst thing happening to this planet. I can't even have any of my friends who lean slightly right these days. I can't have a fucking normal conversation.
I don't even talk to them about it.
Oh,
But my mates who are the complete opposite to me, I don't even talk to them about it.
yeah.
There's no point.
Well, I don't know anyone who supports Brexit because why would
Oh, I do. I live in the middle of Essex, of course I do.
Yeah, I suppose a lot of new money.
Yeah,
leading
and
into-
also like if you know any old people or you still have like grandparents, they probably are pro leaving.
Don't have grandparents, but thanks for rubbing it in. Wow.
Ah.
Loose more
Sorry.
laughs at dead grandparents. That is just
Wow.
a new low for you, sir.
Could even see the return of the Midnight City FC next week.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't get the last 2 FIFAs, but I might break that for this one.
It will almost certainly have changed tenfold.
I can't wait for it to come out so I can tweet something like, "Offside, I thought this was FIFA 2020," or so, something like, vision, and
You might want to work on that a little bit.
I will work on it. Don't worry, I'll have it perfectly crafted. The thing is, like, if I had an audience consistent with the FIFA demographic and it was all 13-year-olds, they would think that that's hilarious. But now my audience is all 24-year-olds who don't like me anymore. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a tough one. We out here.
We are here.
We are
Out.
Yes. Is there any other big things that we should talk about? Are you
I mean,
still-
I imagine there's stuff that's happened in the last year that's been pretty big, but
There's going to be about 5 minutes where you talk about Star Wars. I'll check out for that bit.
we've already done that. so.
Yeah, we already
Oh,
got
good.
that out of the way. Yeah, but I don't really know. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I would actually like to talk about just to rattle off the topics, but I don't even want to revisit some of the things, because like before you know it, we're like, fucking 21 Savage got arrested there by the fellas.
Don't know who that is.
Loosemore knows who he is.
Yeah, I mean, there's the whole SoundCloud rapper thing going on now with Takeshi as well, isn't there, and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah.
I did
Really?
enjoy his castle.
Yes, it was a strong castle. And
Yeah.
like filled with these really weird obstacle courses to get into it. But,
Yeah. Just like the British Empire.
yeah. They say that inside Takeshi's castle is the only known clitoris. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, I knew halfway through that wasn't going anywhere.
You know me so well. Alright, so for realsies, we are going to talk about some of the best threads on Reddit, because the last time we talked about a Reddit thread went very well and was one of the funniest episodes, and ever since
Oh yeah,
then...
that was the one with the cum
Yeah,
box,
yeah.
wasn't it?
It's the one that gave me the idea to start my own cum box.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it got
What?
too big and took over my home, and now it's my boss, and I owe it money.
It owns the home now.
Yes. All
One of
my
us.
mail comes to C box.
Yeah. And it
Incredibly
weirdly
awkward.
voted to leave as well.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, even though it's an Irish citizen. No, I'm Irish, but my cum is British. It's strange. All right, so here is a thread from the website reddit.com. It's on the RTIFU, which stands for...
Today I fucked up.
Ah, well done, Jack. I fucking knew that your Reddit weirdness would come in handy.
Yeah, I go on that a lot.
Do you, yeah?
Yeah, someone should check my hard drive.
Huh.
They shouldn't.
Yeah.
They really shouldn't.
They really shouldn't. Are you still living in that nice apartment?
Nah, I'm at a house now.
Wow. Are you a
There's not so
homeowner?
much in here.
Oh.
No, fuck no.
Ah.
I'm too stupid to own property.
Yeah, that's legally true. That's not just
That's what I told when I was trying to buy it.
Yeah, that's not just a generalization. There's a classification for that.
Yeah.
Unable to provide shelter to imbeciles.
No one who spends as much time as I do on Reddit should have a house.
That's true.
You used to hate it, didn't you? I think you still do, probably.
Hate Reddit.
Yeah.
So it's the only fucking like good website that isn't banned in work. So I use it, and I'm subscribed to a few different subreddits and stuff like that. I fucking hate the new layout, so I've reverted back to the old one.
Oh yeah, I use the old one.
Yeah, I don't. The new one is very it's garbage. I don't fucking like it at all for a number of reasons.
But then when I first used Reddit in the first place, I didn't get the layout of it. Just didn't get it.
Yeah, it took me a long. In fact, it literally took a community springing up in honor of my podcast for me to start using Reddit. It
makes a massive difference when you change what you're subscribed to.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And you find other stuff.
Yeah, I actually have like quite a nice, diverse little list of things that keeps me interested. But then when you subscribe to too many things, you start missing news and stuff. I don't like that.
The point is you subscribe to something new, and then for the next few days, that's always at the top of your thing.
Yeah.
And I don't want to see it, but I don't want to see it that much.
I feel like Twitter's got like that a lot lately as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Twitter is falling off a fucking cliff.
Yeah.
Pushes so much stuff on you, and you're like, I don't want this.
See less often. Okay, we'll show you this every single fucking day, despite what you tell us.
Yeah.
I don't tweet half as much as I used to.
Nah, me neither. I don't even have anything to say anymore, and like half the time no one is listening, so I might as well just be shouting it into a bin. And it's just, I don't know. Loosemore, I noticed that you're tweeting a lot recently.
Yeah. I took it back up. Yeah. I thought I'd get back into it. Yeah.
That's good. Are you? You were sorely missed from the platform, I have to say.
Do I just not follow you? Oh, I do.
No, I haven't tweeted in about 3 years, Jack. It's fine.
Oh, well.
Which is a shame. Your tweets were good.
Yeah, but again, it's just like, what's the point? You know, what's the point?
You're just shouting into nothingness.
Exactly.
Why anything? That's what I always say.
Yeah.
All right.
Why anything?
I'll read this post. Right. I haven't read it before. This is I read it. No, this is gonna be fully authentic, genuine reactions. Title of this thread with 22,100. No, sorry. Yeah, 22,000 numbers are so hard.
No, they're not.
And I work with okay, it doesn't matter. 22,104 upvotes. Today I fucked up by enraging the parents of my girlfriend by pretending not to know what a potato is.
I like him already.
Let me tell you that I have made a bad mistake this evening. My girlfriend, who let me tell you is my... man, reading is also hard.
Living's hard.
My girlfriend, who let me tell you is only my second girlfriend of all time, said, I am invited to dinner with her and her parents. I was very aghast, nervous, and bashful to be invited to such a situation, but I knew it must be done. I met them nicely. I should tell you, and it started off in a good way. Met them
nicely?
Yeah, that's what he said. Maybe not a native speaker, not too sure. This guy's username, by the way, is not no potato.
Wow.
It's to the point.
Yeah.
The idea slapped my mind that I should do a comic bit to make a good impression and become known to them as a person who is amusing. I fucking love his prose.
I should imagine you could just see him like in a comic or something, and just his bubble kind of his head. So I should do a comic bit.
Yeah. Become known to them as a person who is amusing. What do you think of your daughter's boyfriend? He is a person who is amusing.
I know him is amusing.
Yeah. I also like the idea slapped my mind because it's like it doesn't imply that it's actually good or like it's just the idea came into his head and and that was it.
It's his first thought and he hasn't decided to go anything else.
When I saw that baked potatoes were served, I got the idea that it would be very good if I pretended I did not know what potatoes was. That would be funny. Well, let me tell you, backfired on my face. I'll tell you how.
Oh my god.
So first, when the potato became on my plate, I acted very
Became on my
interesting.
plate.
Yeah, he's
He must
definitely
be foreign.
he doesn't
or
speak
something.
English. What do you want from him? This is coming out of fucking Google Translate. Afterwards, we'll try and guess what his native language is. I acted very
Finland.
interesting. I showed Norfolk.
Wow.
I showed an expression on my face so as to seem that I was confused, astounded, but in a restrained way, curious and interested. They did notice and seemed confused, but did not remark. So I asked, "This looks very interesting. What is this?"
For fuck's sake.
They stared at me and the mother said, "It's a baked potato." And I was saying, "Oh, interesting, a baked... what is it again?" And she was like, "A potato." And I was like, "A potato? Oh, interesting. Never heard of a potato. Looks pretty good." And and then they didn't see I was clowning, but thought I really did not know what is a potato. So I knew I would be very shamed, humiliated, depressed, and disgusted if I admitted to making a bad joke. So what I did was to act as if it was not a joke, but I committed to the act of pretending I didn't know what a potato is. They asked me, very incredulous, did I really not know what a potato is? That I never heard of a potato? I went with it and told them, yes, I did not ever even hear of a potato. Not only had I never eaten a potato, I had never heard the word potato.
I'm sick of the word potato.
This went on for a bit, and my girlfriend was acting very confused and embarrassed by my, quote, fucked up antics, end quote. And then the more insistent I was about not knowing what a potato is was when them parents started thinking I did not know what a potato was. Sorry, that I did know what a potato was. Well, let me tell you, I had to commit 100% at this point. When I would not admit to knowing what a potato was, the father especially began to get annoyed. At one point he said something like, "Enough is enough. You're fucking with us. Admit it." And I said, "Sir, before today I had never heard of a potato. I still don't know what a potato is, other than some sort of food. I don't know what to tell you."
This would annoy me as well.
Well, let me tell you, he got very annoyed. I decided to take a bite of the potato, and when I did, I made a high-pitched noise and said, "Tastes very strange."
Oh my god.
That is when the father started yelling at me, and the mother kept saying, "What are you doing?" And my girlfriend went to some other room. Finally, the father said I should, quote, "get the fuck out of his house," end quote. And I said it was irrational to treat me like this just because I had never heard of a potato before. Well, let me tell you, he didn't take that kindly. Now in text messages I have been telling my girlfriend I really don't know what a potato is. The only way I can ever get out of this is for them to buy that I don't know what a potato is. I wish I never started, but I can't go back. I think she will break up with me anyway.
Well, I like his commitment to living out this joke.
He truly doubled down on the bit, which is, it's good, isn't it?
We've all been there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether at the point where like the father's yelling at him, he should probably just. I mean, is it worse to I guess maybe it's worse to be like, all right, I'm fucking with you, but then surely they'd all laugh and it'd be like, you got us, or would they?
Once you do it once, or continue with it once, then you're in too deep.
Yeah.
I think it depends what kind of person you are, because I have had situations where, like, say, I didn't want to go out with my friends, so I came up with some fucking excuse like, the Sky guy is coming to fix the TV, so I need to be in the house between 5 and 10, so I can't go out. And then, like, they would be like, all right, well, that's bullshit, but you're not coming, cool. And I'd be like, no, that's the truth. And in my head, I'm like, how fucking dare you think I'm lying? But I am lying. And they'll be like, first of all, it's Sunday. We've called Sky. Nobody works today. They don't have technicians going out. And I'll be like, listen here. I fucking have text messages on my phone from Sky telling me the technician, do you want the case reference? I'll give you the case reference. Call them. And, like, I'm lying. I just don't want to fucking go out. But, like, how dare they fucking question my credibility, you know?
I remember in school when there was a geography teacher, and there was a few of them actually, and I think he used to have like model trains and that, and he had that train simulator thing on his laptop.
Oh yeah.
Like absolute king of the pedos, this bloke. And he went out the room, and I might have fucked with it a little bit. And he came in and figured it was me. And he said, why have you done this? And I said, I didn't. And it got a bit too deep, and I said, well, it was me, but I didn't like the insinuation that you thought it was me.
Did you get like any points for that?
No.
Did he laugh, and then you both high-fived and said, well done, that was a good bit?
No.
No.
I was in too deep.
Yeah. I mean, he says something like he thought it was irrational that they treated him badly because he didn't know what a potato was.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you would kind of feel, even though he knows he's lying, I guess you would kind of feel strange that they're so angry at him. Like, they're angry at him because he's doubling down, and they know he's doubling down, as opposed to they're angry at him because he doesn't know what a potato is.
I don't know if I get angry, but I just, like, once they're gone, I just go, look, that boy was a spastic. He's not coming in his house again.
Yeah.
I kind of like, on one hand as well though, I feel really bad for the guy because he was so nervous, and he was like, I must become known to them as a person who is amusing.
Comic bit.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not a fucking improv room.
Maybe if he'd been a bit like, maybe if he'd then owned up to it halfway through and been like charming about it, they would have been a bit. But because I guess he was nervous, like he probably didn't think at some point to like use common sense and just admit. I guess it's the timing as well, isn't it? Like if you don't admit to the line sort of after, when it gets serious, like you have to do it before that. So then I guess you have to double down at that point once it's got serious, because then
you got past the point of no return.
Exactly, yeah.
I'd imagine either the first or second time after he denied it, that was the point of no return.
Yeah. Once your integrity gets called into question as well, you absolutely have to fucking stand there and stand up for yourself, even if you're lying.
And as a man with much integrity, I feel for him.
Yes.
Should we read some of the comments?
There's
gonna be some.
Yes. So the top comment, this is filtered by best comment. Invite your girlfriend to meet your parents. Have your father take her aside and ask if potatoes were served at the dinner with her parents. When she says yes, he looks alarmed, mutters something about wanting to keep them from him, and then never mentions the subject again.
I mean, that's perfect. Want to keep them from him.
Oh, damn, I wanted to keep... Yeah, that's so good. It's actually fucking...
We lasted 20 years.
And then we have the shitty, I don't know how Reddit works, and what's a reply to this, and what's another comment, and that's... let me see. Excellent salute. Yeah, this is perfect. Why do they do that on Reddit? It's so fucking annoying. Like...
Well, you want to get to the next top comment?
Yeah.
You have to press the minus to the left of the upvote next to their comment.
Oh, would you look at that? Jack Brown imparting wisdom once again.
I'm a wisdomous man.
When confronted about this horrible joke, insist it never happened with the same level of commitment. Maybe they will just think you have a brain disorder. Like,
that is great.
I don't
pretend that didn't happen.
This is like the most boring and like eye-rolling comment you can possibly make, but like that's literally what Donald Trump does. Is that he says some insane things, people say that's not true, he doubles down on it, and then when asked about it a year later, he says that never happened. So it's.
But I think that's going to be politics in general soon, don't you think? Just people just making shit up and knowing full well they can get away with it because of the way the news cycle works. And everything, because something is repeated so soon after, which is equally or more stupid than the thing that just happened, that gets replaced, and somehow we forget about the completely ridiculous thing that happened moments before, you know. So
yeah, like I'm pretty sure Obama was born in Kenya, so.
I haven't seen proof that he wasn't. That's all I'm saying.
There's another comment here that says, "Send them a bouquet of potatoes as an apology." never go
Wow.
full potato. That's a good one.
That's what Trump does, isn't it? He says something mad to cover up something else,
Yeah.
and
it's strategy.
Yeah.
He's
He's both an idiot and clever at the same time.
Well, it's the Boris Johnson thing there, isn't it? I think he knows what he's doing. I mean, I think more so than anything, he knows more than Trump. I think in general, like he's a smarter guy, but they're both using
about hair. He knows more than Trump.
Just about.
Yeah.
But I think with Johnson, it's more of an act than Trump. I think Trump might be just like a dementia or something, but like Boris Johnson, I think is an act.
Did you
like,
ever?
I think
when you were younger and you had Pro Evo and you wanted FIFA because Pro Evo was like not fully licensed and you were young
playing with Manchester Red.
Yeah, and like you didn't care about the actual aesthetics or the game. Or sorry, you didn't care about the gameplay. You only cared about the cosmetic, like
look of it.
Yeah,
it needs to look real.
Yeah, the fact that FIFA had all the real stuff, you were like, I actually want to play FIFA, but I am stuck with Pro Evo, and I just have this envy for FIFA. I feel like right now in 2019 we're all just playing Pro Evo and we just want FIFA, and that's what, like, when I think of like Boris Johnson and Trump and the fact that this is what we have to deal with, it's like I just want to just take the disc out of the tray. There's a reference no one listening will get.
The tray. What's that?
I think it's quite an interesting time though, because as much as there is some shit happening, I think it is probably mobilised enough people to being interested in politics where we can almost stop this from happening again.
Said by Jack Brown, 28, did not vote in the referendum.
Did not vote.
But he's since been immobilised.
Yeah. So do we want to do another thread?
Yeah, let's go for
another thread.
We can go alphabetically, or I can pick someone, or someone can volunteer, or...
I haven't got the link open right now.
I fucking 100% knew that when I said to you...
alphabetically as in my name comes first and Jack, or you mean alphabetically... What do you mean?
I don't know, I just wanted someone else to go, and I knew that at the start of this when I said, Jack, do you have it open? And he went, yeah, that he didn't in fact have it open, and that it was a fucking lie. And I fucking linked it to you on Twitter as well. Do you know how fucking hard it was to find your fucking stupid cunt, like, no picture?
That was no need.
Yeah, well,
it should be easy.
Double down, Jack. Double down. He's called you out. Double down.
You prick.
What's a Twitter?
Yeah. Deny that you have any social media. I don't even have a phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Someone go. I don't know.
Do you want me to just read the second one?
I really don't care. Kevin. Read the same one again for all I care. Just fucking make a podcast happen.
Read.
Right. I don't know. Where's this?
Have you got it open?
Yeah, but like, it says who's the dumbest person you ever met, but it isn't like a. I guess it's a bunch of stuff rather than.
Oh, it's a thread. Now. Yes.
Rather than an actual story, if that makes sense.
Yes.
I mean, we can just go through it, or you can just read some stuff from it, Jack.
But you said it.
Actually, we can go through this. Yeah, no, this is a good one, actually.
Okay, I just opened the thread, and the comment about Kevin is big.
So this is who's the dumbest person you've ever met?
I think you can narrate it, Loosemore.
Where are we reading from? The bit where it says it's not uncommon as a teacher to have students.
Yeah.
Right, we'll read it from there.
Hold on a sec now. I'm confused. Are we not looking at a big thread?
Yeah, we are, but like in the middle of it, it says there's the
oh yes, okay.
No other red, which is edited 5 years ago. It's that bit. We can read that bit.
I get it. Yeah, okay. So someone do the thing.
I would mostly ignore that whole first 3 paragraphs because it's just a.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It's just a
I mean, you want me
backstory.
to just read from here? So here's a list of events. Oh, that makes sense, wouldn't it?
So this is something that certain people does it is stupid. So basically, he's in the 9th grade.
Yeah.
It's the best grade.
I don't know how old that is.
Don't know either. And to be clear, when I said best, I was not talking in any way about sex. So stop.
Kevin frequently forgot where his class was. On more than one occasion, I had to retrieve him from other classrooms. I already like him.
The problem is, I feel like every school class has a Kevin. Do you know what I mean? It's not like there's just one kid that's just stupid.
Ours was called Jack.
Wow.
Kevin ate an entire 24-pack of crayons, puked, and then did it the next day.
This is 9th grade.
Eating crayons. Kevin's dad wrote tuition checks and mailed them to me, his English teacher. This is a public school. When I gave it back to Kevin, voided, to give to his dad, we explained that this is a public school. Kevin got in trouble for trying to spend it at 7-Eleven after school. So his dad's was stupid as well, sending a cheque to a public school. Kevin was removed from the culinary arts programme after leaving a cutting board on the gas stove and starting a fire twice.
Jesus.
I like Kevin.
Mm.
Kevin is the name of the little kid from Up. Just a comment for you. No, it's not. Is it?
Okay, just a contradiction to my comment for you.
Is Kevin the dog?
No, man, you've seen the movie about 5,000 fucking times.
Kevin's the dog. Okay, Luce, I'll read
I think
one.
it's the bird.
I'm looking this up.
I'm pretty sure Kevin is the bird, Jack.
Someone read that one. Just search it.
He's looking this up. Hey.
It's the bird.
Yeah, just typed it.
When you say bird, you mean woman?
No.
Okay.
No, actually,
If we went bird in that one, I'd say bird.
I just thought that we were all lads here.
Right, where are we? Kevin threw his lunch at the school resource officer and tried to run away. He ran into the door and insisted it wasn't him.
He doubled down.
Yeah, he doubled down.
Maybe his dinner was potato.
Oh, the next one is even better.
Yeah, Kevin stole my phone during class. I called it. It rang. He denied that it was ringing. Not that it wasn't his, nor that he did it. No, he denied that the phone was actually ringing. He tried 3 times before the end of the year. Wow, nice. This kid is amazing.
I like that complete denial.
Yeah. I like, it's the ice cream all over your face. Were you eating ice cream? No.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do we think these are real? Or do we think
No.
you know, like the what's that white guy who does the martial arts, like 80 years old, and everyone comes up with the
Steven Seagal?
no, yeah, I can't remember the guy's name, but they come up with different things like he did this because he's so amazing.
Chuck Norris.
The Chuck Norris quotes that.
What's
yeah,
that white guy who's really good at martial arts coming from like the biggest movie fan I know? Wow, Loose Moore.
I feel like as I get older, I just forget simple shit, you know?
That certainly seems to be the case.
Yeah. No, but like I feel like this is just that. So someone's compiled an amazing list of like really stupid shit.
I'll be honest with you, I don't think that the potato thing is true either, so...
Wow.
I'm more convinced by this than the potato thing.
Oh, I reckon things like this happen during a school term, like the 5 years you're at during high school, but not to just one person. Do you know what I mean? We all have stories of like one kid who's just mental. There's like 3 or 4 kids that are just mental, and you always see them do mental shit. I remember a kid in our like sewing class.
Hold on a second. There's one very weird thing about that story that you've just glossed over.
No, I mean, it wasn't so. What's it
that,
called? It's called like arts and something. But it was sew. It was like learning how to use a sewing machine. And he
is
threw.
that what you're doing? Sewing?
No, this is Jack. It's Wisbeck. So Loosemore didn't go to school. He had to go to a factory.
Yes.
He needed to make himself a cardigan for the cold winter months ahead.
Yeah, well, you know when you go to fucking Primark and all that, who do you think makes that clothes?
I do not go to Primark.
Poor kids in Wisbeck.
Yeah, it's the local six-fingered kids from the countryside.
Loose Moore and Ty sitting in a room.
Yeah. Sewing.
Yeah. Anyway, one of the kids, he threw a pin at this other kid, and the other kid claimed it hit him directly in the pupil, and then ran out of the classroom, which clearly it didn't.
I have a meta-analysis on this that proves that the kid is in fact right, because the pin hit him at all, and he's a pupil of the school.
Ooh.
Wow,
That's right.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Thanks for listening.
yeah. Well, podcast done then. Yeah.
Kevin asked a girl to prom by asking for her phone number and then texting her his address. Oh God. I just like him.
Kevin spit on a girl and said, "You should get out of those wet clothes." The girl was the Spanish student teacher.
Kevin regularly tried to treat an assignments by knocking a pile over, grabbing one before I picked them up, and then writing his name on it. I like Kevin. What a fine young student.
Is there any other cool things in this thread, or is it all Kevin? Back in high school, a guy named Kevin was arguing with me and anyone who would listen, saying that STDs are prevented by having sex. After about a minute of explaining to him what STD meant, I decided to just say, "Let's agree to disagree," but he didn't let it go. He pulled out a $50 bill from his wallet and bet me he was right. After he looked it up, the crowd mentality forced him to pay up. Too long didn't read. Dumb high school student bet me $50 that STDs are prevented by having sex.
Wow.
And
I wonder if she believes in vaccinations.
Oh, that's a fucking mad thing, isn't it?
Everything's mad.
I know, everything is mad. A girl in my school was using a calculator on a test and typed in the math problem. Sorry. No, this is actually written wrong. And typed in the math problem in wrong. She then proceeded to type syntax error as an answer. Would be a lot funnier if it was written coherently, but what are you going to do?
This is one down. It's like, Kevin sounds like he's autistic. I work with clients with autism and his behaviour matches perfectly. Hopefully he got the help at some point that he They're just like, oh yeah, okay, we're just all laughing at somebody with a mental problem. But I guess we knew that, so...
That's the thing.
This girl I knew used to rewind YouTube videos so the next person wouldn't have to wait. That's genius.
I mean... Yeah. It's a nice thing to do. I mean,
It is both a nice thing to do and retarded.
Yeah.
There was a girl in my high school who thought rhinos were the last remaining dinosaurs. Oh, and she was shocked when she found out that rice came from plants. Smart girl, that one. I don't think that those. I don't think that that's exactly a. I don't think that those things are symbolic of idiocy. Like, if you know what I mean. Like, not everyone knows everything. Frankly, I don't know where peanuts come from. Does that make me stupid?
It's not. It's just if you just if something you never think about, it doesn't make you stupid.
Also,
it's just something you'll never.
I know that they come from Jimmy Carter's farm or whatever.
Where do beets come from?
Russell
Well, we all know that, Jack.
Yes, they do.
We all know that.
Yes, they do.
Third biggest beet farm in the world.
Only the third.
Yeah, well, no one knows the first two, so...
That's true. The deep state is keeping them from us.
Yeah.
It would be ludicrous that it's first or second.
It's the real reason why they're trying to storm Area 51 to find out.
Is that happening?
No.
No.
People will die.
All in
they
the name
will,
of
won't
Tom DeLonge.
I see they released that the other day, didn't they?
The Navy have confirmed that the videos are real and that they're treating them as aerial unexplained phenomena or whatever.
which is weird.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. This is all fucking very fucky though, because every single piece of. I'm probably going to do a podcast about this myself because I'm so fucking sick of people coming to me and talking about like, oh look at this, looks real, this looks real. Like every single report about UFOs in the military seems to come from this one guy, and I forget his name. It's a Hispanic sounding name. It's like a Latin sounding name, and all the reports seem to go back to him. And when confronted with this footage of the weird thing, which, like, quite frankly looks like a fucking, I don't know, it looks like a thermal goggle version of a fly trying to fly out of a lampshade. Like, it's not conclusive at all what you're even looking at. It looks like a fucking ultrasound or something like that. And all the military experts that have been asked about it say, oh, well, that could be like 1,000 things, and the least likely of them is that it's an alien. And everyone's like, yep, I fucking knew it. Aliens. Wow.
The thing is that people's like everything that can't be identified is an unidentified flying object.
Yeah, exactly.
So it doesn't mean it's a UFO isn't an alien. It's just something they don't know what it was.
Did either of you watch the fucking Bob Lazar
I did,
documentary?
yeah.
No.
On Netflix.
Good. It is fucking tripe. Like, it's not even a fucking well-made document. There's a fucking point where he interviews a fucking I forget that fucking news correspondent's name. He's like really famous, and he's one of the few guys who believes in the UFO things. What the fuck is his name? I don't remember. But he interviews him in a fucking swimming pool. Like, this podcast has better audio than that. It's just so fucking annoying, the whole thing. And then, like, he spends the rest of the time interviewing that fella on a fucking loudspeaker. Like, half the fucking documentary is, oh, Jeremy walking around barefoot in his apartment. Like, oh, Jesus Christ, it's very fucking annoying.
Yeah, it is a weird doc. I mean, half of me's like wants to kind of be like, oh, and then the other half is like, I feel like this guy is just like autistic and really likes rockets.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
And you kind of left with that impression of like, I don't know whether any of this is like true.
He says, he talks about that Jack. This is a fellow who used to work at Area 51, right? And he's seen spaceships. And,
Did he know?
The whole thing, well, absolutely not. And the proof that he worked in Area 51, right, is that he's able to. He says that they used a hand scanner where you put your hand into these 4 little things and then the door opens, right? And he said that was in the 1980s, early 1990s, and that was cutting edge technology at the time. He was able to identify it. It later turned out that it was actually true. It was really in Area 51, and no one could have known that, right? It's in the fucking 1974 movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think that movie is actually 80. No, is that 74?
No, I think it was after. It was either before Star Wars or after Star Wars by like a year. So it's either 76 or 78, something like that.
81 it says here.
Well, then I'm.
Sorry, no,
what I'm talking about.
77. Yeah, 1977. That's fucking insane. That movie was way ahead of its time. But yeah, it's in that fucking movie. Like, he got his whole fucking depiction of Area 51 from the movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and everyone fucking believes him. It's fucking mental. He was on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan did not ask him one question about verifying his identity. Not one. This Bob Lazar claims that he has fucking degrees from, like, MIT and Caltech and, like, all of these other places that he has never been to. No one there knows him. There's no photos of him in any yearbook. It fucking does my head in.
I get like people believe in that sort of stuff. I get why people like feel like disenfranchised or something from just normality.
Yeah, same. Because normality is really boring.
Yeah, but just read.
Yes.
Actually, read like a non-fiction book and take that as fact rather than the memoirs of a mad cunt from Area 51 apparently.
Can we move on to the thread about it's the one in the thing, it's
oh yes, that one.
Number 4 on the list, a haunting on the internet. I think it is. Hold on.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, okay, let me
the title of the thread is "What is the most mysterious / paranormal thing you've witnessed?" And there's a bunch of posts, and it looks like it's going to be some really juicy shit, so I think that we should read it because we're talking about aliens anyway.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Do you have it, Jack?
What do you reckon?
Why are you like this?
What number is it on that link?
4.
Oh, 4. Just one below where we were. 2 below. I have it.
Do you play football as part of a team, Jack?
Yes,
And how does your manager manage you?
I'm unmanageable.
Yes, that's what I thought.
I'm a renegade, but not a master.
Right, I'll read the first one. My father passed away last year. One item he always said he wanted me to have was a shotgun which had originally belonged to his grandfather. For years he had this shotgun stashed in the attic. After he passed, I had gone in the attic to look for it, only to find it wasn't there. A few months later, I had a dream in which I was talking to him, and I asked him where he put the shotgun. He told me it was in the closet of a spare bedroom. I called my mother and had her check, and sure enough, that's where it was. Now, it's completely possible that my father had told me that when he was alive, and the dream was little more than a memory, but I certainly don't recall that being the case.
I always read like stories like this and think there's a reason for everything. Like
An explanation for everything, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah. It's just
I have this fucking, I won't get into it, but I have really, really, really bad sleep problems. Like actually, wow, this prick. I
it's
actually,
like when someone tells you I have night terrors.
no, I have like clinically diagnosed middle of the night insomnia, and I only get about 5 hours sleep at a time, and it's literally ruining my life. I fucking hate my very existence. But I take a lot of
So
sleeping
do
pills
we all.
because of that, and they give me
Not
these
enough.
really. I will fucking come through your screen and strangle you with your fucking keyboard cord if you don't shut your fucking mouth.
My keyboard's on a laptop, so it doesn't have a cord to it.
Well, you're about to see something real special in that case. Anyway, fucking someone else. I'm done. I'll have to do another podcast where I say all my stuff that Jack doesn't let me say.
No, it was an interesting story.
I'm taking sleeping pills, and they give me these really vivid dreams, and I'm having all sorts of memories of shit that I completely forgot about. And like, I'll wake up one day and be like, "Holy shit, I completely forgot about that entire chapter of my life," or like, "Holy shit, yeah, like that movie that was really good that I saw in 1998. I should watch that again." So like, it's not. I don't believe that like memories are swarming about in your head, and you just need to catch one, and then it's there in fully intact, that you know every detail of it, but there are definitely fragments of things that your subconscious can access, and
I just that happens to me in the shower. Like I'll remember something 100% embarrassing, and I'll just slam my head into the tiles for about 10 minutes till it goes out of my head.
yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about this. I don't want to think about this.
I regularly am having a shower, and I hear on the radio that I have next to my shower that my friends have successfully completed the Lufthansa heist and stolen $6 million from Lufthansa airport, and then I slam my hand off the shower and shout, "Oh, Jimmy!"
Okay, so I don't know what you're talking about.
And I bet Loosemore knows, but he can't place it.
Yeah, I can't.
Useless cunts.
What is it?
From Goodfellas.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
That's the greatest movie of all time, objectively.
I'm watching The Sopranos at the moment.
Oh, are you? You should watch Goodfellas instead.
Not right now, but
although that is the level of commitment you put in.
that is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I should watch Goodfellas because they've got that new Irishman movie coming out, haven't they?
Oh man, I'm so fucking hyped for that movie.
I've had a Goodfellas pizza.
Close enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just stayed on Queens Boulevard for a week, and a lot of the Goodfellas stuff happened around there, so it was pretty cool. Anyway, someone else can read a thing from the thread, and we'll get back on track, and we'll have you all home to your wives as soon as possible.
My wife left me.
Yeah, I'm not fucking surprised.
What thread? Oh, the haunted one.
The creepy UFO thing.
Haunted one.
It's the ones that I always read are the ones like, oh, she's been dead for 2 years.
Yeah, there is this one where it's like, My mum told me this story the other day and it freaked me the fuck out. When my sister was little, like 3, little, she asked my then pregnant aunt to pick her up to hold her. My mum said she was like, "She can't pick you up, honey. She has the baby in her tummy." And then my little sister was like, "That baby is dead." My mum freaked out, but my aunt and grandma were fine and were telling my mum that it was all good. She was just a toddler and then didn't know what she was saying. Well, lo and behold, my aunt goes to the doctor the next day and for a routine pregnancy checkup, and the baby was dead.
Read the next line.
What? Give me the.
Yeah.
Give me he willies just thinking about it.
Yep.
Give me he willies.
That ruins the story.
I have one of my cousins has a birthmark on her head that is a birthmark in the exact same place that her grandmother had a birthmark. And when she was like only speaking her first sentences, her mother, my aunt, was putting her to bed, and my little cousin said, "Do you miss your mum?" And then she said yes, and then she said, "I'm your mum." And
wow.
There would be nothing to that story but a kid saying words who has just learned how to say words, but the birthmark thing makes it super fucking creepy.
Yeah. But I don't think that kind of thing is just what makes like the unexplained stuff cool, is that we apply meaning to all this stuff because we don't understand it, and therefore we apply such things because we can't truly understand it from a point of view of what our brain can process. We then apply like different things we've seen or heard about, so it becomes this sort of weird like, oh, it's definitely aliens, or it's definitely, oh, Jesus is real, of course he is, because we can't explain all this. Well, mostly I think science can explain like pretty much everything.
But it can't explain what happens when you die, and I think that is the one thing that I think about possibly every single hour of every single day, is that I just cannot comprehend nothingness and the nothingness that would accompany consciousness shutting off or whatever. And it's really weird because like when you sleep, you're not really aware of it, but you're still processing images. But you're...
Yeah, I still sort of don't even understand sleep.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
The
I don't
level.
think. Yeah, it's really weird.
Because our brain, but it's basically the body shutting down and the brain just still being active, and then it just takes over and does like weird shit, doesn't it?
I do know that, like if you're lying in bed and you twitch or something, that's just muscle memory.
Yeah.
Or it's not. I think it's something like the energy leaving your.
Yeah, but you'll often have like dream images that are that are perfectly in rhythm with your twitching. Like I would regularly have dreams where like I'm kicking a football and then like I can feel my foot kick out and then I'm kind of like half awake, half asleep, or stuff like that. Or like I'll have a dream where I'm skiing and then when I fall, I twitch like back into waking up again. Like like those kinds of things.
There's definitely those things where you fall and then your body sort of you suddenly wake up, because that is the consciousness of like it suddenly like it clicks back in and you're like, oh shit, because then it becomes somehow real, more so than anything else before, which is very strange.
That's what the sleeping pills have given me, some really fucking vivid dreams, and some of them like really horrible. I had one this was a while ago, and like I was sick around this time, and I've actually noticed that I tend to be in like a bad mood or have like just a poor mental health day when I'm also actually physically unhealthy. But I had this dream that I was a dream about like something that happened in my life like a while back, and I woke up in such a bad state that I had to call in sick from work. Like call in sick from work because I had a bad dream. Yeah.
Did you tell him you had a bad dream?
Nah, it wasn't like I had a bad dream. I called it. I was genuinely like distraught and had like, I don't know. I definitely was not anywhere close to my best self that day, and I wouldn't have been able to put in a full day of work. But I don't call in sick often, so it's whatever.
I don't really have dreams, really. I have them when I'm sick. If I'm ill, I have them. But
is that
nothing?
I imagine that must be to do with like any medicine and stuff that you're taking. That like
medicine.
I don't take medicine really. I just wait for.
What's that white powder that you put in your nose every Friday?
I'll just wait for illness to take its course. Like I was ill a couple of weeks ago, but that's because I ate pizza, a dodgy pizza.
Yeah,
but then I didn't think
pizza twice a week.
Nah, but that was a weird one because I didn't think it was a pizza that made me sick, so I ate it on a Friday night, left a few slices, woke up Saturday, was ill all day, throwing it up, then finally started eating again and just finished the rest of the pizza and then threw that up.
Yeah. I know. I really want to know what happens when you die, but then I also have this.
You just die.
Yeah, I know, but that's not a satisfactory answer at all for somebody who wonders.
Oh,
what
it is.
happens. Oh, okay. You're right, Sensei. I don't feel that way anymore.
You live and then you die.
I have a feeling that when you die, you wake up and you're covered by every insect and spider that you've killed in your waking life.
Oh, I don't mind insects. I might mind them when they're all over me.
Yeah, I don't mind any one thing, but I mind 1,000 of anything.
Yeah. What about 1,000? What about 1,000 money?
That's freaky. Like, one fish is fine, but 1,000 fish?
Yeah.
Please, just teach me how to fish. That's a Chinese
I could
proverb.
have 1,000 fish for a lifetime.
Yes, that's right. I think butterflies, if you had like 1,000,000 butterflies, that'd be scary.
I mean, it depends what they're doing.
I'd assume something was happening
If you saw them
around
from afar, it's like, oh, there's a lot of fucking butterflies over there.
Mm.
But like, if they were like swarming around you, you'd be like, oh.
I actually think they're rotten looking things. Everyone thinks that they're lovely. They're just bigger moths. They're fucking ugly. I hate them. Get rid of them. Do they do anything? Like, do you know the way we can't get rid of the bees? Because, the bees are actually good. Are the butterflies good, or can we just do away with them? Do we know that? Can the producer, can you check?
Something.
We don't have a producer.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Jamie, pull that up.
Yeah, Jamie, can you find that out?
Are butterflies useful?
I mean, are you saying like caterpillars cool, and then when they get to that point where they become like, we'll just end them, you know?
Wow, I just relearned that they are fucking originally a caterpillar, which is really...
Yeah, I'll never understand that.
Yeah, I had completely forgotten that and gotten that out of my head. That's... Oh man, that's fucked up if you ask me. Can we... Nah. Fuck.
Something so disgusting to something so flight and beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. The German word for butterfly is also disgusting. Schmetterling, I think it is. Like,
Schmetterling.
in French, it's like papillon, which is lovely, and it looks lovely. Those
German language will never make anything sound nice.
In German, it's like Darfkopf Schmetterling. I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, Germany. That was rude, what I just did. But I've spent an awful lot of this podcast ragging on the Brits, so it's time for me to turn my attention to another nationality. Because the Brits are fucking themselves very hard. Isn't that right, fellas?
Yeah.
Alright.
I think we're on an upwards trajectory.
To sunlit.
I mean, once you are at the bottom, I guess.
To be honest, when we leave without a deal, we can only go up.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's wrong.
Yeah. That's why I think the saddest song is "Things Can Only Get Better," because like that is a very fucking dark place to be in if things can only get better.
And it's a lie.
Mm.
But then we'll come over to Ireland. We'll cut a big old line down the middle of the Republic and Northern Ireland, and then that'll be the border sorted.
Hold on, let me just check.
Cut them
yes,
up and
that's
let
what
them
you
float
tried
off.
before.
Just let them float off into the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Get us closer to America.
They'll try and buy you. Greenland didn't work out, so we'll go for Ireland next.
That was a mad thing that happened, wasn't it?
It's just, it happened. It's like a parody headline, wasn't it? It's like,
it was, but I feel like we've
parody.
had so many of those parody headlines lately, like that it kind of came and went. Like, president tries to buy country.
Tries to buy a country. And then cancelled a meeting because the Finland said no.
Yeah.
No, Denmark is clowns.
Oh, right, sorry, same thing.
Yes, that's true. They are the same thing.
Scandinavia, isn't it?
Finland's not part of Scandinavia. Nobody thinks
it
that.
Is, though,
Only the Brits think that. Scandinavia is Denmark, Norway, and Sweden. And
oh yeah, no, you're right.
yeah.
Finland's weird.
I was trying to have this argument like years and years ago with a mutual friend of all of ours, and
Who?
I will not say his name, but I will say this.
Yes, you will.
No. We were sitting in his pub, right? And but I was
Ned.
Yeah, that's right, Sned. And he was like, I forget what even started it, but it was something like, I was wondering how, because do you know the way no one understands the gentleman's agreement, where like England can only call up players who've been educated in England for 5 years. Like they can't just fucking call up Adnan Januzaj because he's not English. He does not qualify for the English national team, because if that were the case, because England isn't actually a country as such, it's like it's part of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. That's what your passport says. There's no English passport.
It's a hellhole.
Yes, that's right. But I was trying to like explain that, because like English people don't even fucking understand this, and it does my fucking head in. And this is partly why Brexit was allowed to happen, is because English people, generally speaking, don't have a strong grasp of diplomacy within the EU, and especially when it comes to Ireland and stuff like that. But so I was like, yeah, well then, like,
it's because people didn't know how the EU worked.
No, but this isn't to do with EU. This is to do with Britain specifically.
Yeah, but it's sort of how Brexit happened is because people never made the effort to look up how the EU actually worked. And now they just lie about it instead.
But anyway, he likened the Britain passport issue to Scandinavia, and it's like that. Scandinavia is the term for a geographical region, whereas Great Britain is an actual state. Like, I don't know. It just it triggered me. Because, like, if you think about it, with no gentleman's agreement, like, the Scotland national team could call up Ashley Cole because he has a British passport. Like, there's no such thing as a Scottish passport, and it's just Britain. Like,
so there's not an English section to it. It's just...
Yeah, it's Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and that's it. And there's no distinction, like, passport-wise. So that's why they brought in the education thing. That's why Almunia, Arteta, Januzaj, none of these players could ever play for the English national team, and yet all of the tabloids run stories like, will Januzaj get called up? And Roy Hodgson, the England manager at the time, is like, it's a possibility. I'm like, sorry, Roy, it fucking isn't, to be honest with you, because it's
literally not possible.
Yeah. It fucking does my head in. Like, I'm not a clever man. I shouldn't be burdened with this knowledge.
None of us are.
That's true. Should we tell one more story and then leave?
Go for it. What are you thinking?
Do either of you have one, or will I just find one?
What do you reckon?
Okay. A few years ago, my best friend and I moved into a rent house. It was definitely a weird house, and I got some weird vibes out of fucking hell, this fucking guy. This fucking cunt. Every night when I went to sleep, I would hear music. Not singing, just music. Like someone had a distant radio on, and not any song I could ever name. I had dreams every night of a crowd of faceless people with a little boy standing in front. He never spoke, but I could tell he was trying to tell me something. The fridge would often open on its own, and the cats would hiss at corners and such. We would smell cigarette smoke coming from the back room at 3 o'clock every day. My aunts still are, big into ghost hunting, so they set up cameras in my house one night. We didn't catch much, but one of the cameras was spun in circles for about 15 seconds at 3 in the morning. And at 3 in the morning, the front porch light turned itself on and got really bright and then faded off. When I moved out of the house after 2 years, I had trouble sleeping because I didn't have the music anymore. It was definitely a strange, strange house.
I was about to sing a song, but I just forgot what it was halfway through that. So I don't believe them stories anyway.
I don't believe in the Queen.
You'll fucking bow down to it, you dirty cunt.
If she's so great, why are they praying for God to save her in your national anthem? What's that all about? God save the Queen. That is the shittest slogan I've ever heard for a country.
What's your slogan?
We'll cut you.
Yeah, I like that actually.
Yeah, it's better, yeah.
I'll cut you, you cunt. Yeah.
I think that was a successful podcast.
That was the Queen.
Cease and recording.
Is it working?
Yes.
Does it sound better without the fan? Just be honest.
It does. It does. There's a bit of a hiss, but I mean, what would the show be with perfect audio?
Well, exactly, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, is it?
Ooh,
It
this is
is.
as good as it's gonna get.
That's good.
I mean, it's not bad.
It's
Yeah.
good.
It's my earphones.
Maybe it isn't good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you say like a sentence of sorts so that I can gauge how loud you are?
Jet fuel does melt steel beams.
Oh no! Wow.
Wow. Jesus.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. He starts off with a lie. Who would have thought? Alright, will we do the thing?
Yeah, sure.
Jack, you happy with that?
What's the thing?
The podcast.
Oh yes.
Do you both have the link for the...
Can you tweet me it?
Yes.
Because I'm on the phone, so I won't be able to open it.
Yeah. Let me see.
Justin Trudeau literally can't stop doing blackface.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Man, it's
It's like 3 times.
I have to say, I really, 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 truly have no context for how bad blackface actually is.
No, I'll never understand. Like,
But
I don't get it. But
yeah, but I respect that it is bad.
yeah, I know it is because I'm told it is.
Yes. However, I feel as though it like so like I understand the whole like the minstrel thing and like the blackface being like inherently racist because it's specifically like I understand those fundamentals and I'm fine with that. But I just think that given that this man is frequently mocked for his social justice leanings, and he is frequently referred to as a pussy for how much he stands up for minorities, and that like he's built his entire fucking persona around this, that he's probably not a racist.
No.
Yeah. I mean, do we know who he's like brown facing as? Is that a
Aladdin.
thing? Right. Okay.
Where is he from? Egypt.
Well, Aladdin is from a place that's not actually a real place, I believe.
So
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like what's the place in Aladdin?
I don't know, but it's like not Wakanda.
I don't know, but he rides a mug, doesn't he? Or a mug? A rug.
A rug, yes.
Is it Agrabah? Is that the place?
Something like that.
It's not a real place. Yeah. I mean, it's in the Middle East.
Loosmore,
if that helps.
could you turn your audio down by like 2 notches just so it matches Jack's? Because I think it'll be a lot harder for him to adjust his if he's on a phone.
Is that better?
There's no adjusting in mine.
Yeah, that is actually better.
Okay.
Wait. Sorry, just put it up like half a notch.
Up half a notch?
No, you're actually good. That's good. Yeah, thanks a lot.
Oh, okay.
That's good. All right. Okay. Are you able to see if I type something?
Yeah.
Because I will type the "what's going on, guys" bit. Is that cool? All right.
That's fine.
Have you got the link, Jack?
Yeah, I've got it. I googled legendary Reddit thread, and then that came up.
Do you have it, Jack?
Yes.
Nice. All right. Just 3 guys hanging out.
Just cracking one open with the boys. You was in New York again, weren't you?
I was.
It's good.
Yeah.
You go more than me nowadays.
Yeah, been there 4 times in the last 10 months.
Yeah.
And,
it costs like 300 quid to get a flight there and back.
Yeah, and I spent $2,000 in a week.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm going again next month as well.
How'd you do $3,000 in a week? Or $2,000?
$2,000. Well, like $1,000 was the hotel, and then the other $1,000 was beer and food.
Yeah.
I went to
not the cheapest place.
I went to Monday Night Raw, and I went to 2 gigs.
Wrestling.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Jack's just like,
I didn't even know that it was on. But my girlfriend.
Wasn't that
yeah.
the special one? Wasn't that the Stone Cold one?
Yeah, Stone Cold. Yeah.
Wow.
We were just conveniently in the arena when they came out.
I was. Well, no, like my girlfriend got me tickets. I actually didn't know anything about it. Welcome to the. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Are you both ready?
Yeah.
I don't ever believe anything that Jack says. There's no way of gauging how ready he is. Okay, Tree.
Just trust me.
You're the one person that I do trust because you never say anything good.
Or controversial.
Well, no, you say lots of controversial things, but like you would never like sincerely tell me something good, and that's how I know you're telling the truth.
Ah.
You know? Anyway.
Wow, he's been undone. Right.
You've put me in a pretzel.
3, 2, 1.